Hey, hope you guys want a happy, healthy heart. I know I do. I was listening to two doctors talk about heart health, specifically today, because it's February, and February is Heart Disease Awareness Month. And what I realized, yet again, is that the majority of us, no matter how much education we have, how much learning, how intelligent we are, how many degrees, MDs, NDs, DOs, whatever it is behind our name, that we tend to just repeat what we've heard time after time. That it's just, if we heard it and another person said it, and another professor said it, another professor said it, another pharmaceutical company said it, another doctor said it, we just keep repeating it. And even if that is not the truth, even if that is not how the human body works, if that is, completely been debunked by medical literature over and over, if it's been said enough, we tend to just go with it. For instance, these doctors were discussing how resistance training isn't really important for the heart, and that by just doing aerobic activity, such as walking, jogging, that we will gather all the benefits we need for our heart, and that those things, the walking and jogging, are in fact the most important things for our heart. Now, 20 years ago, I would have said the same thing. I would have said, yeah, that's what we do. Not because that's what medical research said, or that's what my life experience showed as the most beneficial things for the heart, but because that's what I'd heard. That's what standard medical dogma is walking, jogging. Really just walking, maybe not even jogging. Get on the elliptical machine. That's what's good for your heart. Don't stress it out too much. Don't put too much pressure on it. It's a fragile muscle, right? Of course, this could be not farther from the truth. The heart is one of the most robust, strongest, active, vital muscles in our body. And if we don't properly stress it, it will become weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And we will be aging at a faster and faster pace, which means we're more likely to die. And specifically of a cardiovascular event. So in medicine and science, medicine and science and sports exercise, there was a published article that showed 2019 that people who completed between 1 and 3 resistance exercise sessions per week had a nearly 70% decreased risk of any kind of heart event, whether it was coronary artery disease, angina, heart attack, any of that. Now this is huge. 70% reduction in those who did resistance training. And this study was done in over 12,000 participants. And the thing is, resistance training is so valuable because it stresses our body beyond its current limit. So our body has a limit on it right now, all of us, myself included. But if I stress it, positively stress it, I can create that limit, or I can move that limit from where it currently is. And that is how you create adaptation. And adaptation is how we survive. That's how we create longevity. That is the key to longevity in our bodies for every organ system, but especially our cardiovascular system. So you got to get resistance training as part of your routine. You don't just need to be nice and coddle your heart. That's not going to do it. You need to apply consistent resistance to your cardiovascular system to force it, enable it to grow. Without the resistance, it will not grow. That is the only way the body becomes stronger, is via resistance. So give it that resistance. Walking is fantastic. I enjoy it. I think it's a fantastic exercise. The problem with walking is, though, as your form of exercise, is that we're already doing it all the time, or hopefully we're already doing it. And it makes it extremely difficult to maintain ongoing stress. Your body's already can do that. It's so efficient at that. So there's no adaptation that has to happen. So yes, walking is awesome. I love it. I think walking is the single best activity for any human being on the planet to do on a regular basis. But if you want to create body armor, build body armor for your cardiovascular system, then you got to get started with resistance training. Maybe make it consistent, literally 20-30 minutes a day. Not a day, but 3 times a week. Would make all the difference in the world for your cardiovascular system and make you so much more bulletproof when it comes to cardiovascular events, and you're gonna love life more. So let's accumulate heart health with resistance training. Let's forget dogmas and things that have just been passed down from generation to generation to generation that have no validity and are completely beside what actual science and human physiology teaches us about the human heart and cardiovascular disease and potential for cardiovascular events. All right.